Hey everyone, welcome back with another session of social studies. I hope you all are doing well. So today we start a new chapter, that is the globe model of the earth. Alright, so let's begin. Now children, our earth is a planet of the solar system. Now what's a planet? A planet is a large object that moves around the sun in a fixed orbit. The earth is like a sphere. Right. It's slightly flat at the poles and it bulges out at the center. But earlier, the people believed that the earth was flat. But explorers and astronomers proved that the earth is spherical. Now, different kinds of photographs were taken by the satellites and the spaceships. Alright, and these proved that the earth is spherical in shape. Alright, now if we see the earth's surface, now earth is covered with land and water. We all know this. Now, the air that surrounds the earth and acts as a blanket is called atmosphere. Now, owing to the presence of air, water, and soil, life exists on Earth. And more than 70% of the Earth's surface is covered with water, and the rest is land. And the large land masses, these are called continents, whereas the large water bodies are called oceans. Now, if we see the smaller water bodies, these are called seas, gulfs, rivers, and lakes. And likewise, the land masses have different landforms like hills, mountains, valleys, and plateaus. All this. Okay. Now, if we see the continents, there are 7 continents in the world, and they are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. And there are many countries in each of these continents. Now, in terms of area, if we see, Russia is the largest country, and Vatican City is the smallest country. Okay, and if we see the oceans, there are 5 major oceans. They are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Antarctic Ocean, or you can call it the Southern Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. Alright, now next we have that's globe. Now, in the earlier classes, children, we have learned that the globe is a model of the earth. And this globe, it shows us the shape and location of the continents, countries, oceans, and seas on a small scale. Now, we can see only half of the globe when we look at it. Now, to see the other half, it has to be turned around. Now, it is turned around on an imaginary line. This imaginary line is called an axis. Okay, and the endpoints of these axes are called the North Pole and the South Pole. So, North Pole at the top and South Pole at the bottom. Now, if we see, an imaginary line circles the earth. Now, it is at an equal distance from the North Pole as well as from the South Pole. Now, this line is called the equator, and this line divides the earth into 2 equal halves. The half that is above the equator is the northern hemisphere, and the half that lies below the equator is the southern hemisphere. Okay, now if we see the latitudes, now what are these? Now, when we look at the globe, we find different parallel lines that run from east to west. Now, these lines are called the latitudes. Now, among them, the equator is the longest and the most important latitude. Now, these latitudes are measured in degrees, and the equator is at 0 degree. Likewise, the south pole is at 90 degree south and the north pole is at 90 degree north. Now, children, if we see some other important latitudes, so these are very important, starting with the equator, that is like 0 degree. Then in the northern hemisphere we have the Tropic of Cancer, that is like 23.5 degree north, or you can like call it 23.5 degree north, same. And at the top we have Arctic Circle, that is 66.5 degree north or 66.5 degree north, and we have North Pole, that is 90 degree north. Likewise, in the southern hemisphere we have Tropic of Capricorn, that is like 23.5 degree south, and we have Antarctic Circle, that is 66.5 degree south, and we have the South Pole, that is 90 degree south. So all these are the important latitudes that you need to learn. Okay, next if we see the longitudes. Now what are these longitudes? The vertical lines that join the north and the south poles are called the lines of longitudes, or meridians you can call it. Now all longitudes, these are equal. Now they are also measured in degrees. Now the longitudes or the meridian that is at 0 degree is called the Prime Meridian, and this Prime Meridian, it passes through Greenwich near London. Now this meridian also called the Greenwich Meridian, and it's considered as the standard meridian for calculating time. And the time here, it's known as the Greenwich Mean Time, or in short we call it GMT. And this way there are 180 meridians towards the east of the Prime Meridian and 180 meridians towards its west. Now the meridian of 180 degree east and 180 degree west is the same line, and the international date line, that is IDL, runs along it. Okay, that's the thing. Now lastly we have, that is, grids. Now children, all these longitudes and the latitudes, they intersect at right angles. Now thus they form a network, and these are called grids, as you can see the picture here. Now these grids, these are very helpful in locating places on the map. Now if we try to locate a place, we must know the value of its latitude as well as its longitude. Now the point where the latitude and the longitude cross each other is the location of that particular place. Alright, so that's all we have in this session. I hope you have liked it. So until the next time with some other topics, bye bye.